So here we are. This is our first proper drive of the MG4. I've not taken it on any journey further than just down the road, so we're going to be going on a long one. So come with us and see what I think and see what you think as well. So hello everyone, welcome to my first drive of my MG4 Long Range Trophy. Now this is my first ever EV, as I've said in the previous video, and I'm used to an ICE car, an internal combustion engine car, and all I can say is that this is a very, very different experience. It's obviously familiar in everything, in fact you drive it with pedals and the wheel and everything, but just the whole characteristics of the way this is driving is so different. I'm finding myself having to get used to it quite a lot. First thing, I'm going to go straight into it, is when you take your foot off the accelerator, I'm not in one pedal mode or anything because I've got 96% charge, is when you take your foot off the accelerator there is a real engine brake. It's obviously not an engine brake, I guess it's to do with the regenerative effect of the motor, but it doesn't half slow the car down quite quickly, but you know, that shouldn't take too long to get used to. I'm driving it in normal mode at the moment, just cruising along on a dual carriageway, doing 65, 70 miles an hour, and it's almost silent. There's a little bit of road noise, but the road condition here isn't particularly good. There's zero wind noise. Yeah, it's a nice place to be. Very, very happy with it so far. I am sat a lot higher than what I'm used to, even though the MG4 is marketed against really a bit of a Golf, or maybe sits slightly higher up position wise. I do feel myself, I am sat high up and I've got the seat as low as it will go. My internal combustion engine car, the Skoda Superb, it does sit very low. We've also got an old Audi and a multi-Golf which are very, very low, so this is new to me, but I understand that higher driving positions are all the rage at the moment, so I'm not sure if it's something that I necessarily like, but it's fine. You get good visibility, so yeah, there's obviously an appeal on that respect. Now, if I put my foot down, it doesn't half go well. That is good fun. I was really, really taken aback by how quickly this thing accelerates. You know, I can only imagine what the X-Power is like, but the fact that this is an electric, with the electric motors, there was absolutely no let up in the way it delivers the power. It's just a linear power curve, really. There is no let off at all. There's no gear changes like you're used to. My other cars, it's a DSG gearbox, so even though it's very, very smooth, you still get the little kicks from each gear. This doesn't have that at all. It's just, there seems to be no let up to at least 70. So I've been in the car for a few minutes now, and I can say the driving position, apart from being a little bit higher than what I'm used to, the seats themselves are great. They're really, really nice. They're very comfortable, quite soft, and very, very nice for my lower back support. There's plenty of grip on the bolsters on the side, which is quite nice, so you feel quite assured if you were to have a little bit of fun in it. It's a very nice place to be. Nice, the armrest is in a good position. I actually find in my Skoda it's almost too low and too far back, and there's no adjustment in it, where this just seems to be in a good position. The steering wheel itself, it's really, really nice, really chunky. It's got a really good feel to it. I like the fact it's flat bottomed. That's something that I'm used to already, so I think to have gone to a normal round one would have been not so good. I like the shape of this wheel. I like the feel of it. You actually have buttons on it as well, which is nice. So it's a multi-function wheel. You can adjust the radio, the stereo volume on it, and I understand that you can put a load of shortcuts on the steering wheel, but I've not done that yet because I spent a fair bit of time last night setting the car up, communicating with my phone, etc. So yeah, just driving along. It's softly sprung, but not overly, is it? It's comfortable. It's not jittery. Yeah, this is a good car. You would not know that this car weighs as much as it does. I understand that this car is in excess of 1,600, 1,700 kilograms, but it doesn't feel like it. It feels quite agile and pliant over bumps. It's very good indeed. So it's only about 2 or 3 degrees Celsius at the moment outside. I've been driving for 9.4 miles for 17 minutes, and the battery has dropped from 98% down to 93%, and it's showing on the scale at 197 miles, but I understand that varies on the previous driving style, so obviously as I've not driven it, it's going on how it was delivered to me, so I don't know how the guy drove it. But yeah, I think 197 miles in these conditions, if that is going to be the case, that will be absolutely fine. I know their long range actual WLTP figures is 270 odd. I'll be very surprised if we ever really receive those miles, but you know, I think there are people out there who have said that they have done in eco mode or in adaptive regeneration, then I can imagine you can, but at the moment I'm just in normal mode, just getting a feel for the car more than anything else. There is plenty of functions which I know that I should be able to set up. I spent a long time last night. Now this is something which I think people probably could get frustrated with. It is not the easiest car in the world to set up. I tried to set the navigation up last night and it kept coming back and saying that I needed authorization and everything, and you have to then go through a load of the settings and the privacy settings,
user agreements,
and agree to user agreements and things, which I've never had that. I've never had a new car before, to be honest, so that was a new one on me. But there are lots of functions which seem locked until you then tick the user agreement, and you've got to go looking for the user agreement. It doesn't just give you that there, say, do you agree to this? And you go, yes. You then have to go through all the system settings, which is a bit of a pain. And I was outside last night, syncing my phone up to it for quite some time, trying to get that to work. But hey, we got there in the end. It just means that I've now not got the shortcuts to make this a little bit more ergonomic and things. I wouldn't say it's particularly difficult to set up. It seems quite straightforward. You got, you know, a load of shortcut buttons on here which are quite nice, and you've also got shortcuts on the side here, and you can just scroll to here to choose whatever function it is that you want. But yeah, as I say, you can set that onto the wheel, which I have yet to do. So now we're driving at speed on a dual carriageway with what is a terrible road surface. It doesn't actually feel any different to an ICE car. Yeah, you've got your tyre noise, you've got a little bit of wind noise. That's definitely what you hear when you're in an internal combustion engine car anyway. So as far as that's concerned, this feels absolutely no different at all. The adaptive, regenerative, whatever it is, when you let your foot off the pedal, doesn't seem quite as pronounced on the dual carriageway. So it's obviously something which depends on your speed. So if you're doing town driving, I guess that it doesn't really have so much effect when you're motorway speeds. So yeah, this is nice. You've got adaptive cruise control as well, which if I set that, it's maintaining the distance from the car in front. You can adjust it easily. It's saying no, too close, so it's just backing off. It's got all the features and more to what my current car has got, and for the price of this car, I don't think there's much else really which can compete for the level of tech. I've got a car coming up here. My blind spot indicator is lit up. That is a really nice little thing. I've never had that before. That is a very useful, nice safety feature. I do like that a lot. It's yeah, I can see myself being very, very happy with this car indeed. I wanted to just give a quick, honest opinion of this car from my first drive, my first impression really. I am a petrol head at heart, so I'm not saying that I was against electric cars or anything like that. They definitely serve a purpose. This is going to serve a purpose for me, and I wanted to get that across really, just get people to see how I feel it drives. Everyone's opinion will be different. Everyone's opinion will be different to how the seating position is or anything like that. Some people may prefer the higher driving position, but I just wanted people to see what I thought this was like. So hope you found this interesting, and I hope to see you again in any future videos. Thanks for watching.